What's up guys? In today's video, we're diving into the 5 most common cardio mistakes people make when trying to lose fat. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-cardio. In fact, I'm a big fan of it, when it's done the right way and in the right context. Despite what some gym bros might say, cardio has real, science-backed benefits. It strengthens your heart, improves your endurance, and can even boost your mood. But if fat loss is your goal, you need to understand how to use cardio effectively. If you're busting your butt on the treadmill but not seeing the results you want, chances are you're making one of these 5 common cardio mistakes. One of the biggest misconceptions out there is that cardio is the magic bullet for fat loss. Let's set the record straight. It's not. It's not about spending hours on the treadmill. It's about understanding the bigger picture. At the end of the day, fat loss comes down to one thing: a calorie deficit. You need to burn more calories than you consume. It's basic thermodynamics. Now, while cardio does burn calories, it's not as many as you might think, and it's definitely not the most efficient way to create that deficit. You see, when you focus too much on cardio, you risk neglecting the other side of the equation: building muscle. And muscle is your metabolic engine. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest. That means you can actually eat more and still lose fat. So, instead of getting lost in the cardio craze, shift your focus to building a solid foundation of strength. We're talking compound movements, progressive overload, the stuff that builds real, sustainable results. Remember, cardio is a tool, and like any tool, it needs to be used correctly. Don't fall into the trap of thinking it's the be-all and end-all of fat loss. Let's talk about timing, specifically the timing of your cardio around your weight training. This is another area where I see people tripping up big time. Doing cardio right before your lifting session is a recipe for disaster. You're basically shooting yourself in the foot before you even step up to the weight rack. Why? Because it leads to what's called the interference effect. This is where cardio, especially intense cardio, interferes with your strength and muscle gains. Think about it. You're depleting your energy stores, taxing your muscles, and essentially prepping your body for endurance, not strength. So, when it comes time to lift heavy and push your limits, you're already running on fumes. This can lead to decreased performance, reduced strength gains, and even an increased risk of injury. Not what we want, right? So how do we fix this? Simple. Prioritize your weight training. If you're serious about building muscle and losing fat, your lifting sessions need to be your priority. That means scheduling them when you have the most energy and focus, and that's usually earlier in the day for most people. Now, if you're set on doing both cardio and weight training on the same day, which is perfectly fine, just make sure to separate them by at least 6 hours. This will give your body enough time to recover and replenish its energy stores. Or even better, dedicate different days to each. Do your cardio on your rest days or on days when you're not hitting the weights as hard. Remember, timing is everything when it comes to optimizing your workouts and getting the most out of your training. Now let's talk about HIIT, or high-intensity interval training. This one's become super popular in recent years, and for good reason. It's time efficient, it's challenging, and it can definitely torch some calories. But here's the thing, a lot of people fall into the HIIT trap. They buy into the hype, thinking it's some magical fat-burning solution, and they end up overdoing it. They're going all out, multiple times a day, thinking they're maximizing their results. But here's the reality. While HIIT is effective, it's not sustainable for most people to do it every day. It's incredibly demanding on your body, both physically and mentally. And while it's true that HIIT can create a significant afterburn effect, meaning you continue to burn calories even after your workout is over, that effect is often overestimated. Plus, the intensity of HIIT can actually work against you if you're not careful. If you're constantly pushing your body to the max, you increase your risk of injury, burnout, and overtraining. So, what's the solution? Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of HIIT. It has its place in a well-rounded training program, but it's important to use it strategically. Instead of going all out every day, limit your HIIT sessions to 2 to 3 times per week max, and make sure to listen to your body. If you're feeling overly sore, fatigued, or burnt out, it's a sign you need to scale back. This next mistake ties into what we just talked about with HIIT, but it applies to all types of cardio. Even if you're timing things well and choosing the right intensity, you can still overdo it. Remember how we talked about the importance of building muscle for fat loss? Well, here's the thing. Too much cardio can actually work against you in that department. Research has shown that when cardio is done more than 3 to 4 times per week, or for more than 30 minutes at a time, it can start to interfere with strength and muscle gains, especially if it's intense. This is because your body is incredibly adaptable. When you subject it to prolonged periods of cardio, it starts to adapt in ways that prioritize efficiency, meaning it gets better at conserving energy and burning fewer calories. Plus, excessive cardio can lead to an increase in the stress hormone cortisol. And chronically elevated cortisol levels can lead to a whole host of problems, including muscle breakdown, fat storage, and decreased sleep quality. So how much cardio is too much? Well, it depends on your individual goals, fitness level, and training experience. But as a general rule of thumb, I recommend sticking to 3 to 4 sessions per week max. And if you're new to cardio or just starting out, ease into it gradually. Don't try to do too much too soon. There you have it, guys, the most common cardio mistakes sabotaging your fat loss goals. Remember, cardio can be a valuable tool, but only when used correctly. So, ditch the outdated dogma, focus on building a solid foundation of strength, and use cardio strategically to complement your training and support your overall health and fitness. And thank you guys for watching. If you found this helpful, drop a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.